Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Handoff from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Turning on the Jets. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
And the Cowboys, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Moon. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cowboys! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the tight end. Trying to get the corner. And some room to work. Still on his feet. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Sixth play of the drive coming up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Johnson looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Burnett. Discards him with the stiff arm. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Broncos! Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Moon. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know what? Everybody gets energized in the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll try to get outside. Fighting off the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. The pitch to the left. Breaks the tackle. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Boise State! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Moon. The sure hands, it's Perry. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Under fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Hardy. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, set it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with completion and gets the big first down.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Runs through the tackle. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Shakes off the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back. and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's Moon. Here's a heat. Makes the catch, it's Smith. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
And wings it incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Going up top again. Fires to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dances away to buy time. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to pass. It's Moon. Under fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. Let's it fly. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run off the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible.